Here, what's going on? Today we are back in the gym here at Freehold Athletic Club. Getting right into it. Yesterday we had a long intro, 58-minute video. Pretty crazy. It was definitely a fun one. But today we're going to just try to jump right into it. We're starting with incline dumbbell press. So that's exactly what we're doing right there. All right, pretty simple, pretty simple. I'm going to set the camera, we're going to get rocking. All right, so starting out here with a warm-up, 25s. So light, but exactly where we want to be to get started. So one thing I was talking about yesterday was the shakiness that I was feeling at certain parts of flexion and extension under load. And that really comes from me being so new in the gym. New, but experienced at the same time, because one thing that you guys don't know is that I've been an athlete my entire life and spent a lot of time in the gym in my youth. So dealt with some really great coaches who put me in the right direction. Very much a blessing. So we have a lot of knowledge, but our body is very much a beginner at this point. So starting with a nice warm up here, I'm really looking at myself in the mirror and trying to make sure that I'm following the right path consistently. And just don't muscles fill up. We have a couple of really nice exercises today. It's gonna be a lot more enjoyable than my day. Legs are dead from yesterday. Oh my god, that was rough. I have to get fast. Okay. All right, so first working set, we got the 50s here. One thing that I said in the last video was that my shoulder was really hurting the other day. So we're gonna see if this weight is a little too much. If it is, we'll go down. I really want to stress the form, tempo, get some good squeezes. Okay, that's a bit heavy, honestly. Might just because my legs are so fucking weak. Let's see. Let's get them up. Oh, you know what? That's fine. All right. This actually feels pretty good. I would say that I can definitely work with this. Yeah. Oh, that feels good. So you know what? I did look at the chart to know how many we're supposed to target here. So I'll go 12, and we'll see what we're supposed to do. I lost 10 already. Okay, nice. Nice. All right. Set 2, we looked at the chart. It is 10 to 12 reps, so very comfortable with this weight right here. Move this out of the way. I'm liking the 50s. They give me enough of a challenge once I get to that 8th rep, to the point where I feel like I'm going hard, and then maybe we'll step up on the last set here. So get him in the air. All right, ready? This moves really easily in the beginning, so it almost like deceives me into thinking I should go heavier. Six. 7, yep. 8, control rep. 9. 10. Beautiful. That felt good. I was saying control the rep because I felt that, I think I was the 8th rep on the downward, on the negative, kind of buckling the elbows, letting the weight drop. Not what I want to do. So if we're gonna go lower weight, then we obviously can push. And it's obviously extremely important to stress the control, get the negative reps, squeeze, tempo, everything like that. Today's not necessarily a heavy set day. Today we're going to really try to nail down our form and make sure that before we start pushing the weight, going to, finding our 1, 2, 3 rep max, not 2 rep, but 1 to 3 rep max. I want to make sure that my form is right, the muscles are kind of growing, adapting, changing, realizing that we're going to put them under load in different positions, because that shakiness, when I get to the end of extension, that's coming from me being less experienced in the gym here. So without that due diligence and that discipline of the proper form, with a little bit of a lower weight, we're going to end up getting injured, and then we're going to be in a much larger setback than we wanted. So stalling a little bit here. I'm gonna let the homie get in here and do his set. All right, we're back in it, final set. Let's get these things moving. Nice and easy. Like I said, form is the most important part right here. Nice control. Mind muscle connect. 7 or 8, something like that. That was a weak one. Oh, you know what? I really think that's a sweet spot in the weight, for sure. We didn't fail it, but feeling like we're getting there. So, all right. Now, my issue with that is that I am a firm believer that it doesn't really actually start until you start to get to that like almost failure point, and then you got to push through. That's where you build the muscle. So, not extremely happy with that. We might go for one more set, right? All right, so we're gonna go back for one more set after that, but I'm trying to move through this. So we're gonna get into lateral raises here. It's the first time in a while we do this as well. So we're gonna stay light with the weight. The most important thing is making sure that we are in the right form here. So a little bit forward with it. I really don't know how to describe this perfectly, but kind of going a little bit forward, not necessarily fully lateral. And our tempo is just kind of the most important thing here. We're going for 15 to 20 of these. Starting to feel the burn. Exactly what we want, so. It's kind of just warm outside here, but help me just build connection. Yeah, it's feels like catching yesterday. This is a fun one, man. So we got media pails. Oh, get excited. Okay, start there. Nice. Feels really good. Feels really good. Big music recommendation and coming in for you, Not David. That's what I got bumping right now. It's like a house music kind of thing, but he mixes in some weird vocals in the beginning. It's very, very good, I must say. All right, final set. And we're going for this as like an extra set because I felt like when I got to the 12th rep there, that's where I felt like it all started. So trying to hopefully get there, maybe a slower tempo. We'll try to get that burn going by rep 8, see how many we can do after that. That's our target. So I don't want to go up in the weight because, like I said, the most important thing is the form right now. So we're just going to try to get to that hypertrophy, right? That's the sciencey word. Ugh. You guys ready? Here we go. For the suffering. All right, let's get some more here. Damn, you know what? I feel like I hit the same wall there, but I really started to feel that a lot in my front shoulder here. That's like I said, it's the control, it's the form. Honestly, it might be beneficial to drop set here and really just try to push through that. So you know what? Let's pick up some 30s and just really focus on form. Pick up some 30s and just try to wrap it out real quick. I'm not trying to take too much of my energy here, but I want to make something out of it. I need a good stretch. Definitely feel it tightening up. All right, here we go. It's all my control here. Not really good. Negative right there. Oh, okay. Oh, damn. Damn. No words. Trying to get comfortable, being uncomfortable, you know? All right, good job. All right. Picking back up on the lateral raises. We have 3 more sets of these. We're using the 10s, worrying so much more about our form and our tempo. Just trying to make sure we're doing good reps here. So here we go. Chest is big, shoulders back. Got a nice bend in the elbows, keeping that consistent. We're not flexing, we're not moving them too much, keeping it consistent. The idea is a little bit forward, a little bit out. I don't know if I'm explaining that right, but like this, you know? Obviously, getting up high. You know what? I do a little bit of a knee bounce. I'm gonna try to get rid of that. Chin dip. It's okay. One's right leg nose, delta weights. Just pretty sure what we're doing right now. That's Damn, you know what? You do not need a lot of weight there, man. You do not need a lot of weight. You just need to do it right. That's it. Oh, that feels good, man. That feels good. When you put the weight down and you just kind of like relax a little bit, that is really, really nice. And that's just actually one of the easiest ones, in my opinion, to push through once you get to that burn. A lot of other muscle groups, it's very difficult to push through that burn. I think biceps are one of my favorites, and deltoids are definitely one of my favorites as well, to really feel that burn and keep going. For some reason, my mind just doesn't immediately give up on those, but things like legs, my core, chest, a lot of the time, it's tough for me to push past, you know, that really big burn that you get. But I get that burn on rep 10 and I'm going for 10 more. For some reason, it's just like a mental thing. All right, getting back into it. Got 2 more sets of this, so. Brushing the dust off, man. Brushing the dust off. It never feels good. But hopefully this inspires somebody to get out there and do it themselves. You know, that's all I'm here doing this for. I don't know any other reason to do it. Here we go. Really focus. Oh, this hurts. Come on. That's a solid 20, man. It's a solid 20. I like this weight. I'm feeling that burn within the first 10 reps, and then I know I got 10 more. Oh, that is a really good feeling, man. I love that. It feels good. All right, here we go. Final set, lat raises. Stallone's telling me that my form here is stressing a lot more of the front delt, whereas what he's doing is a little bit more out, and it's stressing a little bit more of like the rear delt, which, you know, I personally, I'm gonna continue with what I'm doing here because I like the front delt. It rounds my shoulder very nicely. Genetically, I kind of have decent shoulders. Oh, I'm not even facing the right way. You're watching Stallone right now. What's up, guys? All right, so now you know exactly what I was talking about. Yeah, he's doing this and it's helping his rear delt. Very good for him. This is gonna hit a little bit more of the front delt. I gotta point this up as well. What's going on with me? Okay, there we go. You guys ready? Last set. Taking this shit very seriously. You ready? Chest high, shoulders back, going out. $19, 20, I got 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, come on, that was fucking weak, dude. Last one. I have 5 more now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Oh. We gotta be accountable, man. No one's gonna fucking do it for you. And you know what? I have more in the tank. I do. It's more about psychology here, I guess, at this point. Is it better for me to drain the tank on every single exercise? Some people would say yes. I would also like to agree with that. I wonder if I'm just making excuses right now and saying that it's been a while for me and I'm a little new and I want to make sure that I don't hurt my muscles because I haven't done lat raises since I've been back in the gym. So it's the first time I've hit those. Do I want to take those all the way to failure with a heavy set? Probably not. So let's leave a little bit in the tank here, make sure we get home safe. Move on to the next exercise, which is actually right behind me. We're going to be doing crossovers, cable crossovers. So another chest thing, going right back to it. Feeling very good so far, feeling very strong. Now's a good time to say, if you're watching this far, thank you very much. Subscribe, like, do all the buttons, comment, all that shit. This is pretty much a daily exercise vlog at this point, where I'm going to take you alongside me, whether this is a large audience or not. It is going to be taken perfectly seriously and giving you all my attention here. So appreciate you, everybody. I'm recording early here because I want to go over my setup for the way that I do this. And I guess I kind of want to do it at like chest level, right? So pretty much even with my chest so that I'm getting kind of like the opposite of that like lateral raise, well not necessarily the opposite of the lateral raise, but you know, we're kind of working in this direction. We're kind of staying straight. I don't really want to go low to high or high to low. I know that you can hit like different levels of the pec with a different level of the cable, but I want to make sure that I'm going even right now. That's my plan. I'm going to cross over, right? We're going to alternate. So just wanted to explain that a little bit so we are on the same page on exactly how we're hitting this today. Chest high. Okay, I've got one foot in front of the other. I'm leaning forward a little bit. And coming in. And I am kind of coming a little low, but this does feel strong. Yeah. Hell yeah. It's very light, but it's one of those things that I'm more just happy that it feels this way. Getting a little squeeze at the end. It might be a little, why is this, you know what, this is actually pointed this way, so I'm actually gonna rotate a little bit more. That's why. I'm working a little bit harder on the left because I'm not even. So let's stay even here. Got full tension. And come in. And come in. Let's try going a little bit higher. Like that, okay. I do like that. Kind of coming straight across. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Okay, so let's do that now. Straight out. Yeah, honestly. Reps. She's 2 pounds. 2 more. Nice. Very good. Feels very, very good. That's a great exercise. We're gonna continue to do that. We're gonna see what weight we can get up to while working. We can also find out exactly how many reps we're supposed to be doing. So let's find out. All right, so we went up to 30 pounds. We're not gonna go too much farther, honestly, because we're going for 12 to 15 reps. And I started to feel that burn pretty quickly with the 20s. So I don't think I need that much more weight. I think I just need to continue. Here, we got the hiccups. All right, so picking it up, setting ourselves up, good tension on both sides, nice and even, left foot in front of the other. A little bit of stalling movement there, feel? All right, check it out. Here we go, 30 pounds, let's see how this moves. That's good. Beautiful. Fuck. God damn. You know what? That taps me out. I think 30 pounds is definitely a sweet spot. I wouldn't want to go more than that. We got to 14, I think. We're targeting 12 to 15, so I think that's a good place to be. I didn't necessarily fail it. That's another example of me kind of getting to the wall and stopping. And it's not gonna help us, you know? That's how we can maintain. I mean, we're a new lifter, so that's still, right now, that's gonna give us gains, but we're very, very quickly gonna hit a wall with that. So we need to push past that wall, you know? That part where you're about to fail, you gotta get that last one, man. That's where all the growth happens. If not, you're just wasting your time. So right now we can get away with it, but we gotta get that mentality right. Because if not, you're gonna stay this size forever. And then we're gonna have to cheat with steroids. And that's not fucking cool. I don't think that's cool. I mean, steroids, I don't have a problem with that, but only if you're actually working your ass off, dude. Not as a cheat code. Cheat codes, they don't help. They don't ever help. But it's enough yapping. Let's go for another set here. No pause. Now I'm mad at myself, so let's make it happen. Here we go. Don't break form. Drop set. Drop set. I'm a fucking madman. I don't care. This is technically my third set, which would be my last. So you know what? Let's obliterate it. Too low weight, maybe every fucking hours. Listen, I feel great pump. That's not what I came here for though. What else we got left on the ticket here? I think we go into the overhead cable raises now. No, face pulls. No, lat pull down, then face pulls. So we're going to the lats now. Leaving the chest in the dust. So that's actually the last chest exercise, I'm pretty sure. Which means what we just did is what we got. Not every day is gonna feel like, you know, you're a madman in here and you can do whatever you want. You can move whatever weight, you can push past every limit. Sometimes there's a mental block up, and that happens in other places in life too. But what's important is to know that there's always another day. There's always another exercise you can get right into, and you can push hard into the next one. So maybe we got probably like a B grade, right? You know, we didn't fail, but we didn't pass. Well, we passed technically, but we didn't really get an A+. We got a B there. So come back next week, try and hit a little bit harder. All right, we're going rather heavy on this. We got 2 plates on each side, mainly because I'm pretty sure that this is a low rep exercise. Yeah, 3 sets of 12, so I want to feel it before I get to like rep 8. You know, that's the whole plan. Trying to get close to failure. I don't think this is necessarily a failure set, but we'll get close. All right, so hop in, and this is a really cool machine. One of the reasons why it's so awesome to be in this gym rather than like a Planet Fitness, because we get access to stuff like this, you know? It's very comfortable. Yeah. Need to adjust the legs a little bit because I'm kind of fucking pulling my ass off the seat. Let's get in here. Let's go down one. In there? All right. So we'll go back in. You know, this weight, it looks like it's moving pretty well. That shit's gonna catch up to me, I already know. Let's do this, ready? Fucking great set, man. Great fucking set. Oh, I call that a good set. Felt good. Didn't really get to failure at the end there, so we will throw some more weight on. But you know what? I felt like the negatives, the control was all there. That's what's gonna build the burn, you know? Pushing past the burn is what we need to do, but building the burn comes from that control and those negative reps. I'm gonna throw 25s on. That might be too much, but you know what? I'm feeling it right now. 25s on. So we're rocking with 2 45 plates and our 25 now. So give it another couple seconds. We'll get right into it. I want to feel that burn. I want to feel that burn, then push past it. It's the only way these fucking lats are going to build bigger than they are. I have done a lot of lat pull down, so I feel more confident on this. I have more control, and you can see it's actually the perfect exercise to give the example where I'm feeling like my beginner, you know, shakiness is there. But an exercise like this that I've been doing for a few weeks now, I feel that control from flexion to extension, or opposite. I feel that control all the way through. That's not there on something else that maybe I haven't been doing as much. So definitely want to push on this exercise. We are definitely ready for it. So no more stalling. Let's get this going. See how this weight feels. Legs in. Oh man. Damn. Okay, that's a little heavy. Let's drop set that. Wanted to push because I felt like I had it, but if I'm gonna do a working set here, we'll drop back down. You know what? I give myself a little bit of credit for pushing past that one. Those last 2 reps were very difficult. All right, get right back into it. Not done yet. I got 4 more. Fucking use my momentum. Oh man. After all that talk about how I've been doing this one and it should be easy, it ain't easy, man. And I had to use a little bit of momentum on that just to finish out. That's okay. That's okay. I think with the muscles feeling the way that they do, just getting that thing to move is good. So we got 1 more set. Keep the weight the way that it is. Give ourselves a little bit of a break. All right, so we got 1 more set here. We still got the 2 45-pound plates on here. Forearm pump feels fucking great. That's one of my favorite things about lat pull downs is that my forearms, because I squeeze the shit out of the freaking bars, the pump always gets there. And that's why I don't have to work out on my forearms. It's pretty much everything I do tightens these up like crazy. So the point where, dude, this is insane right here. Like that is a good stretch, but it's tight. Ugh. I need to do it. All right, enough stalling. Ugh. Here we go. All right, we cheated. We fucking cheated. We don't deserve it. But you know what? It's so hard when you got a camera on you, man. You can't fucking cheat. You can't cheat. That has got to be half the reason why I do this, you know? Obviously, we don't have a crazy following, but you can't cheat the fucking camera, dude. Camera sees it all. All right, we got skull crushers. Was it skull crushers or preacher curl? Preacher curl, not skull crushers. So preacher curl, then we got the face pulls. No, face pulls is first. Face pulls, preacher curl, overhead rope. So preacher curls are my favorite exercises. Let's go. All right. So preacher curl time. Now, we haven't really done anything with the biceps today, so we got 5 pounds on the bar here. I just want to move this weight, get comfortable with the exercise. Let's see, got a wider grip here. Yeah. I love preacher curl. Get some blood in there with muscle now, time to work. Like it. So, what did we do last week? We put 10s on here, and we were struggling pretty hard, which was good. So I think I'm gonna throw the 10s on with these 5s. We're gonna see how that moves, just to get a benchmark on where we're at currently. And from there, we will determine what our working weight is gonna be, and then stick to the chart. So let's just see how this moves. So we got, how much is this bar? I really don't know. It's probably like 15 pounds. So not really worried about weight, guys. You know that. Really just worried about proper form, full extension, and in our tempo here. So wider grip again. Yeah, this feels good. Full extension. Oh yeah, it's more. Yep. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Some more. Oh yeah. All right, that is a sweet spot. That is definitely a sweet spot. All right, we're gonna stick with that. Feels very, very good. Full extension. Ooh, that'll kick your ass, man. I don't know if the camera set it properly. Yeah, that'll kick your ass. All right, so let's find out exactly how many sets and reps we are doing. We're gonna have 3 sets of 10 here. So we did about 10 there, which is good. It means that we're gonna feel it. Very good. give ourselves 45 seconds here. I'm gonna cut it. It's kind of hitting me now, the realization that these 3 sets are gonna be fucking hell. So let's do it. Let's just get it over with. 10 here is what we're going for. I'm expecting to struggle on rep 4, but see how far we can get it. Got blood in the fucking biceps, we're ready to fight. Oh, all right. Called it. Don't give up on me now. Oh, fuck that. Okay, that's a failure. Oh, that's a failure. I'm making funny noises, guys. Damn, that shit hurts, man. But you know what? I'm very comfortable with failing on rep 8. That's exactly where we want to be. So that's how I know the weight's right. Fuck me. Working out hurts. All right, I'm gonna need a little bit more time between sets on this one, because I do think that we are in a really good spot with the weight. So this is our war today. We kind of took it easy on a couple other exercises today. This is the war we're gonna fight. Give ourselves a break. All right. Like I said, this is the war today. This is what we gotta fight with. Fight with these preacher curls, conquer them. If I can get between 8 and 10 again on this, hopefully to 10, but I'll be very happy. And we got one more set. This is what it's all about. This is it right here. Nothing else even fucking matters. The rest of the world just completely stops. Just me and this bar. That's the beauty. Here we go. Everything you got. Oh, I feel so much better when you let it go. No, that was a good 10. That was a good 10. I think that some of them we didn't go all the way to full extension, which on this next set we're definitely going to try to focus on that. But that fight on that last one, that's where everything happens, you know? Going full extension that gets you to the deepest part of the bicep and builds it, you know, the lump here, but fighting through that feels good. I'm tempted to take 10 off or 5 off and rep it out, but I gotta fight, man. I gotta go for it again. Let's target 8, at least 8. Giving myself another like 45 seconds here. This is gonna suck. I'm literally seeing stars right now. All right. That was good 4 sets. Only supposed to do 3. That was kind of a bonus right there. All right. So I don't know exactly what weight I need for face pulls right now. We're gonna start where it is and figure out what I need. So I think I need to bring this down a little to my face's level, right about here. And it's definitely low. Let's take a step back. Low weight here, but it's all about control. And with the low weight, I'm actually seeing where the weakness is in the motion, because you see right here is where I start to shake a lot. So this is definitely where the weakest part of this motion is. So let's do a couple of these. Build that connection. I'm squeezing my shoulder blades together. Yeah, chest big, hands up. Try to just hold it in my throat. Yeah. You do not need a lot of weight for this. 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay. Damn. I feel the burn, I definitely do. So we'll add a little bit of weight here. That way we can start to feel that a little bit quicker. And I think we're targeting between 10 and 15 reps. So take a little break here. Add the weight, shebang bang. All right, we added a little bit of weight. We are going for, I actually had all this time to check and did not check. How many are we going for? Yeah, it's way down here now. We've got 15, cool. So 3 sets, 15, here we go. It doesn't say what weight is on here, so all the more reason to not give a shit about what the weight is. All right, a little bit back, and 7, 8, 9. Start to burn my shoulders. Ooh. We're gonna weight off this because I'm breaking form entirely. It's not what we want to do. I feel it like where it's supposed to be, but I feel too much compensation from other muscles. So we're gonna drop the weight. We're gonna focus a little bit harder. Maybe we slow down the reps. That'll help us to do the right thing here. So we went down, we had doubled it. So doubled it off the warm-up set. We just took it down to, I guess, about 50% raise from our warm-up. There's no numbers, or I would tell you what the numbers are. But, oh, definitely getting to exhaustion. That's for sure. Fatigue, but is it actually going to hypertrophy? I think the answer is no. So next week, we'll heavy set this with a little bit more form and a little bit of experience. We'll see what happens. But for now, just trying to work through this. 1 more set, 2 more sets. But we got this, and then we got the overhead cable pulls. Once we have done that, we can go home. So we're almost done here, almost done. Getting into it, face pulls. Set 2, 50% above our warm up. Here we go. Yeah, no, that's a good weight. That's a good. I should stop dropping this because that's disrespectful to the equipment. I apologize. But that is definitely a nice sweet spot where I'm starting to feel that burn. I think on this last set we're going to go to 20 because 15 I really started to feel like that was where we should start. You know, start counting at least. So we'll go to 20 on this last one here. Same weight. Go. Very good. Very good. Okay, so first time that we've done that, very good. I think that's a nice one. It's going to be one of our favorites. Definitely one of those exercises similar to the lat raises we did today, that I felt like as soon as it started to burn, I had a lot left in the tank, mainly because we're running with such a low rep. So working endurance on this one. Good, very good. So maybe next week we'll try to do heavier set on this and go for a much lower rep, try and do some muscle growth on that. But definitely building strength with endurance-based training, giving ourselves a little bit more in the tank for when we go for those heavy sets in the future. Plus avoiding injury by just kind of recognizing the mind-muscle connection as well as where I feel the weakest in the motion. Dude, my arms are shaking. I don't know if you can see this. Where I feel the weakest in the motion. That way I can kind of analyze that, come back, and then when I put some more heavier sets on there, I can be careful, and I can also kind of protect the other muscles when it comes to compensating with a heavy set, you know, find out where it is that I have to focus. So very good, I'd say. Let's go do some, or you know, we'll probably do it right here, but we're gonna do some overhead tricep extension, and then we're gonna get the fuck out of here. Bang, bang. All right, I wanna make this one quick because I don't wanna film the entire gym right now, so here we go. I'm gonna go a little bit heavier on the weight. I just did a little warm-up set very quickly to figure out how I'm gonna do this. Ugh, okay, so can you even see me? Probably not, okay. Unfortunately, it does matter if you can see me, so I am gonna change it. Bang, bang, just like that. And now we're good, right? Yeah, good enough. So, it's definitely a little too late. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. Listen. It actually felt pretty good once we got to 15 there. So we'll go up a little bit with the weight so that we're not, you know, starting to feel it at 15. I want to start to feel it around 8. That way I can get through a good 7 reps with a good burn. So let's go up a little bit in the weight. Yikes. I did not like that one. I did not like that one. Did not like that one. Something about that did not feel right. I either need to go like with a lot more weight, or maybe I need to change where the cable is set up at, because hitting the back of my head with it and it's kind of throwing off my focus, or whatever the case. Maybe I'm too far forward, leaning too far forward with my chest. Whatever the case, that definitely didn't feel right. So let's try starting by moving this up a notch, one more notch. And then I'm gonna try my best to keep my chest high. That might give me a little bit more of like the proper movement here. Because while I do feel it nicely in my triceps, it just felt like it wasn't under control. So I'm gonna try it this way, see what happens. Well, you're following me now? Can you see me? Cool. That's actually kind of cool. I should start doing this, because now I can walk around all I want. Whoa, so cool. All right, let's try that again. Okay. All right, like I said, higher, oh yeah. Yeah, that's what the problem was. Oof. Yikes. What? Oh, it's on me. Okay, cool. All right, listen, we're gonna call it there. Stallone wants to go in the sauna, so I'm gonna take the time to just maybe do a little bit of cardio. Not gonna film it, but I would say pretty good, pretty good. I feel very tired at this point, but feel very strong. This is the first time, like I said, going through some of these workouts, some of these exercises in a while, brushing the dust off of these things, just making sure that we're doing it right.
putting tension on the muscles and finding out where it is that we have the most struggle. What the hell? This is why I don't use active track, because it just did a whole fucking thing. But it's tough right after a set to get into the talking part. But thank you for watching. You know, if you guys are watching, pretty cool of you. I'm just a dude. I'm not even the biggest guy here, you know, but this is the perfect example of the fact that you don't need to be. You can just do it. You just get in here, you just push past your limits, both mentally and physically, you know. Push past your limits physically, you know, making sure that you're holding yourself accountable and doing the exercises right, but also pushing past your limits mentally by, this is like also an exercise, you know, of putting the camera in front of me. There's 25 people around me right now, but I'm looking at the camera, I'm talking, I'm doing it myself, you know. It's all me. I don't really care what anyone else thinks. And that's sometimes a good thing, that's sometimes a bad thing, but in this case, I'd say it's a good thing. So, chase your dreams, do whatever you want to do, fuck everybody else. Everybody else sucks. Nobody else is in there with you, right? Nobody fights those battles with you, the silent battles that you don't talk about. It's you and you, so treat yourself right, make sure that you're eating right, you know, cut out bad habits, cutting out drinking, gambling, nicotine, weed, all that kind of stuff, get rid of it. Replace it with this, you know? This gives me a rush. I get, you know, my heart starts pumping when a lot of people are around me and I feel a little anxiety, a little uncomfortable talking on camera. You know, that replaces, you know, all the vices I could possibly have, you know, could have had before. You know, I don't need those things, I got this. So that's enough yapping out of me. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, all those things. Leave a comment, let me know what you thought. Bye-bye.